Hello.
Oh my god, I'm home, everyone.
You know what the problem was? This was a Twilight situation.
It's because they're not counting Dramonie.
Be messy with it. You should have kissed Oro.
And that's what I'm saying! My review was simply horny on main.
She wants to play God.
Until the day that I'm in the grave, and even in the grave, I will still be talking about this, solely because of a banner that I saw.
I'm doing this based off of market research that I've conducted with my own two eyeballs.
I feel like I've been waiting for 7 centuries. Are you kidding? If that's not Dramonie, I don't know what is.
The sky felt like buttered popcorn today.
What does that mean? Spending too much time on like thesaurus.gov. Are we not in library school? I'm never gonna read Ali Hazelwood. I'm never gonna read contemporary romance.
And if you're gonna hop on the train, I'm having to jump off the bridge too. I like your hair.
It's up in a clip. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What are 3 words to describe me?
Great question. In the sense of like what? Just like period to describe
I think
you?
so. I don't know. I have to do this assignment for
Okay.
my class where we have to like have 3 words to describe us and then like describe our strengths and like class discussion. And I'm like, my strengths are that I'm funny.
That's a good strength. Say like focused.
Okay. I gotta write that down. Sorry, Lucy's helping me with my assignments for class. Focused is a good one. I like that.
I feel like you can get like really focused on stuff. Or like passionate.
I like that.
One. Maybe I can get this necklace on. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff that's like fits in the context of a classroom.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to. Like,
hotter than all these little
that's what I'm
bitches.
saying. Like in the example, like my professor put like that she's animated, which like can, I guess, like go into a class discussion, but it's also just like a personality trait.
I feel like I guess you could say like realistic in a way.
Yeah.
'Cause like I don't know, I just feel like when you've talked about like other projects you're like that's not gonna happen, or like we have to get this done by this date. Like you're really like
okay, I like that. Anyway, sorry. Thank you for helping me.
that I always hate those exercises. Describe yourself in 3 words. I don't know.
Those are the 3 words.
I contain multitudes.
Yeah, it's like, what personality do you want to interact with today?
Depends on who you want to meet. I don't know.
I feel like my hair looks really cute, but like at the same time, I think it's because I'm wearing the headphones. It looks like it just like cuts, like this is all my hair. But like,
no.
Anyway, that's not important. I had something else to say. I don't know. It definitely wasn't about books though. Does my like screen look a little like fuzzy to you, or is that just like me looking at it?
Just wipe it off.
I guess. I don't know. You and Maddie
like yes, but like you always look a little blurry, so like I just thought it was like the connection.
It's probably the connection. Slightly
That's a little better.
Yeah. Just like I can never get out of my brain that one time, because like every time like I'm with like you or Maddie and like we're taking a photo of like something or like food or like whatever we're doing, And like one of you said, like, you're always wiping off your camera. Like your camera always got a little something on it. And I don't know why. It always does. Like every time I take a photo, I have to like wipe off my camera.
I think because your phone's bigger, you have to like, I don't know, you're just like holding it.
Yeah, I think I'm just like this all the time. Like,
you grip it.
Yeah.
Mine's little. I have the little
Yeah.
one, so I'm just like,
yeah.
honestly, half time I can't find my phone. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where
okay.
it is.
That's why my phone is blue. Because I have to be able to find it. Like I can, finding my AirPods challenge failed every time because they're white, and my blankets, like my sheets, like or my like quilts and stuff are like white mainly. So I'm just like, I've never seen my AirPods.
They don't exist to me. I always set mine face up, so when like the screen's dark, I'm like, all of a sudden it's invisible to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you think TikTok's gonna get banned?
Well, so I've heard that they're not actually taking. So it's gonna be like a Flappy Bird situation. If anyone was alive in the year of 2016, you know what I'm talking about.
What a
it's
callback.
going to be like, it's not going to be deleted on your phone. It's just not going to be downloadable to the App Store. But there's going to be a point where TikTok is going to need updates that it can't run on your phone anymore. Like once you keep updating your phone, like Apple, and getting new iOS, and the app itself needs updates, but obviously it's not allowed to update because it's no longer in the App Store. It's gonna stop working on your phone, just like Flappy Bird. So I'm about to go download all of my favorite edits, like on my phone. Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to like live, honestly.
I like should not be eating right now.
I don't care. This is casual.
I'll stop that. This is casual. It's come as you are.
Yeah, really, it is.
You're in my home, so
you came here.
No, what I just find annoying about it is the ban.
Yeah.
That they're like saying it's because they're stealing your data, but every single app you use steals your data. And like every app, like if you have a credit card, if you have a debit card, they're selling not like your information, but they're selling like what you're buying back to advertisers, back to companies. So I think that's such a stupid argument because it's actually like Mark Zuckerberg and a bunch of other billionaires who are like, TikTok Shop makes money and we're not getting a profit off of that.
That's what it is.
That's what they're mad about. Which it's surprising me that I thought the second they were like, it's going up for sale, like Mark Zuckerberg would have been like $40 billion.
Right. And it would have been like a meta.
But I don't know if he placed a bid. Like there's been some rumors about like other people placing bids, which it's so funny because the company's like, we're not selling, like stop making offers. Anyways, I don't know. I just didn't think it would get this far. I just thought that like they'd let it go after they realized like it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
Or like, because like they're also saying, also like a bunch of TikTok servers are like held in the US. Like they hold all of our data like here because it doesn't make sense to like. I don't know.
I just like don't care. Like I don't really care who's taking my data because the data is working because my TikTok is like all random facts videos. Like I watched an entire 5-part series on the dinosaurs this morning. Book boys that I don't know what they're saying. I'm just listening. Anyway.
Proper name.
Place name, backstory stuff. Like, I don't care. Like, I saw one, you know that guy that I sent you who was talking about, like, I can't remember what video, but I think he was talking about, like, Mary Shelley and, yeah. So I found a video and he was explaining where the word chapter comes from. I don't care, but you look like that, so I'm watching the video. Like, and his voice is like, he should have a podcast. He should have a podcast, we shouldn't. Like, who gave us the mic? What are you eating?
Eggo
Oh,
waffle.
yum. My new thing, I was gonna ask you this as well. What is like your one food that you can like cook or bake like really well? Like every time it's just
Mm. Chicken
oh,
piccata. Or this like lemon orzo soup thing that I
oh
make
yum.
because it's so
Yeah.
simple.
Mine's French
Um,
toast, if you were wondering.
yeah. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
I just like I really fuck it up. Because it's so easy, you don't even have to measure anything. You just make the little
No,
like soup in like a bowl. You like dredge the bread, whatever bread. I've been using the Hawaiian rolls. It's good because
ooh,
it's got a little sweet. I mean, French toast already has a little sweetness to it, but the bread itself has a little
but
sweetness to it. So yeah, I just and they're little like French toast bites. Oh my god, they're perfect. So that's my new thing is French toast.
oh, I love that. I'm really bad at like breakfast in the morning because I'm usually like rushing
Yeah,
out the door. Is not cooked. It's a freezer item every time. So sorry,
that's
everyone.
how I was in undergrad because I was like waking up and like doom, like scurrying to class because I feel like in undergrad all my classes like I started at like 9 a.m., maybe 10. So I was like rushing,
Mhm.
but now in grad school, things start a little later. Um, so
Yeah.
like,
I mean, on my days off, like I'll
yeah,
cook or like yesterday I worked from home, so I like made myself avocado toast with an
yeah.
egg. Like I'll do it if I have the time. I just like when you have to be at work at 7 a.m. and
Oh,
you live
absolutely.
30 minutes to an hour away from work, you're not making
Oh
it.
no, yeah.
You're
I
not
probably wouldn't
making it.
eat. Like I would just starve.
I get so hungry in the
No,
mornings.
me too. Me too.
Like a ravenous little
If I don't
raccoon.
eat, like I am upsetty spaghetti. Like if I
I'm bad
bad
mood.
mood if I don't like have like a little something in the morning. Even if it's just like this is bad, but like even if it's just like coffee.
Really? I guess.
But usually, like, well, I don't know. It depends on like where I am.
Hmm.
Because like at home, the coffee shops don't really have like good like bakery items. They're like substantial. They're fine, but it's not like it's not like White Rock. Like White Rock, like sometimes
Mm.
I'll just get a coffee. Like when I was driving to White Rock and then driving to campus to go to class, I was usually just getting a coffee, but sometimes I would get like a little muffin or like but like their baked goods are good.
Love a muffin. Love a
Love them.
muffin.
Love their Texas pecan muffin. Pecan? Pecan.
Mm.
Whatever. Pecan.
Pecan. If you're from the South.
I also speaking of the
Yeah, this
South.
morning, no coffee,
Sorry.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh. I can't do that.
Speaking of the
I
South,
cannot do carbonation that early in the morning. That would send my stomach on like 3,000 level.
yeah, I could
I
see
would
that.
die. I think if I had something like bubbly in the morning, it would just come right back up.
I don't know. This morning I was like, coffee sounds terrible, but you know what sounds crisp and refreshing? A Dr. P,
Yeah, a
a
DP is
DP.
like really like an afternoon treat for me.
Typically, coffee in the morning, DP around
Yeah.
2 or 3 p.m., but I said, not
Yeah,
today.
I don't know. Like when I was visiting Maddie one time, I was like, "Hey, like we like woke up in the morning, whatever," and I was like, "Hey, do you want to get coffee? Because I'm gonna die. Like I need to get coffee. I'm just asking if you would like to either attend or would like me to pick you up something." And she goes, "I don't really want coffee, but like a DP sounds good." It was 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's some southern
What are
shit
you
right
doing?
there.
Like, don't. I love you, but like that would actually genuinely send me into like shock. Like I would go into like toxic shock if I had a DP at 9 in the morning.
um, Another good one is sweet tea and breakfast sandwich from
That's
Whataburger.
different. I could have I could
Or
have iced
like,
tea at
a barbecue
any hour
place.
of the day.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like when I travel, sometimes I really like a sweet tea in the morning because, like, coffee's, like, I can't always find it.
Yeah.
And also, sometimes, like, the milk's too much.
I can see that.
I don't.
Like,
Sometimes I'm like, coffee is
like
decadent. That is a
the coffee
lot.
that I made today was like this was really sweet this morning. Because I used my little coconut syrup.
You know what
and I think I put like just a splash, like too much.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I gotta get a pump so I can, like, really be
do
measuring that stuff. I started making. Okay, I went and tried the Sabrina Carpenter's shaken espresso at Dunkin'.
Okay, how was it?
It's fine. It tastes like the Starbucks brown sugar shaken espresso. Like, we're not reinventing the wheel. Love you, Queen. Still support. Also, it was like $5, like $6. A Dunkin' coffee should not be over $3.
That's really true.
But I was like, I have an espresso machine. I have a shaker.
Yeah.
I have brown sugar. So the past 2 days, because I've been able to leave my house, I've been making little brown sugar shaken espressos.
It's so easy.
Incredible. Why didn't I think to do this before? Yeah. Oh, you have a shaker. Oh, do you drink a lot? No.
I shaken espresso. I
have coffee.
I also
orders.
do drink a lot. On a Thursday evening, I keep cutting you off.
No, I keep just talking.
Go ahead.
On a Thursday
evening, I decided to make myself my new concoction, my new cocktail, a pineapple porn star martini. Instead of lime juice,
I'm gonna need that.
But pineapple juice, because it's still like you need like a tangy, like or sour kind of element. And I was like, oh well, I don't have lime juice or limes, and I was like, but I have a whole bunch of pineapple juice. Let me just splash a little bit in there. Juice. It's bright orange. I wish it wasn't.
I like that.
Bright orange, but like it's bright orange, but it's also like juice with a capital J. Like, yeah, it's good.
You asked me like what's my like meal I can make without fail, but I wish I had a drink I could make every time, and it's like I know this by heart. Like I don't even need a measure. Like I'm a bartender. Yeah. I'm bad at making drinks. Every time I make a drink, it's bad.
It's okay. You just gotta practice.
I know. I have gin and no one. I like the problem is I always have alcohol, but I never have mixers. So that's problematic. And so I was trying to find a recipe the other day that I could make with gin and like limited supply. So I made like a bee's knees or something like that, which is like basically just like honey gin, a little bit of lemon, shaken.
Sounds refreshing.
It tastes like honey and gin.
Okay, not refreshing.
Not refreshing, just also no flavor. No flavor. I also am not a huge I used to really hate gin.
Yeah.
Now it's growing on me a little bit more. I got it for a party to like make this drink, and that did not go well. We don't talk about that. So yeah. Anyways, I think I just need to buy more mixers. Like I just need to be like, I'm gonna make a drink this week, and like it's gonna be gin. I need to buy like pineapple juice and like XYZ. Yeah. I think that's my downfall. Anyways, okay, should we talk about books or
maybe?
Guess what I finished?
Did you?
I finally did it, guys. It took me 2 months. That's insane work. Me being like, I need to read 100 books this year. Like, I need to read like 5 books a month, and then being like, actually, no. How many books do you have to read a month to hit 100 in a year?
I don't know.
A lot. Just can't do simple math. Hold on.
I'm grabbing mine. I don't know if I marked mine.
Oh, 8.
I did.
And it is the 11th of January, and I've read 1.
You read 8 books a month. Okay.
Like, I mean, if
that was my average, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, the problem is my average range anywhere from 5 to 10. So I guess I could do 8. but we're about to hit a like 3-month,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So
That was it.
no thoughts. I don't even know what happened in
Okay.
here. Like, what the fuck?
Honestly, the only thing that I know that well, I know what happens, but like, the only thing, you know what I'm thinking? Oro had me. Oro
Oh, see, you
had
texted me
me
that, but like
in the
when?
cave.
Like the one scene they had.
Yes, it was probably the best scene in the whole book. Like that cave scene, just like he got me pulling out my tabs. Like I don't know, something about him being like when they were in the cave, and then he's like, "Why did you like get married to like Grimm again?" And she's like, "I married him like because like I wanted to, because like I'm in love with him." Blah blah blah. Um, and he's like, "Okay, so like that's it. Like you're my enemy now, I guess." And she's like, "If that's what you want," or he's like, "That like you want to be my enemy?" And she's like, "I do. Like I hate you." And he was like, "Yeah. Say that again when you're not moaning my name in your sleep."
That went crazy.
Like
That did
he
go
eats.
crazy.
Like I should love him. Like I should love Oro. And I do. Like that made me like I was like, okay. Okay.
You know, you know what the problem was? Is this was a Twilight situation. This was a team hate the main character.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason I was like really struggling to get into it is because like the first at least like third of the book, like first 100 pages or so is like she's just being dumb.
Yeah.
Like I understand you're hurt. We can be pouty, whatever. But like I feel like most of her problems could have been solved if she was just like, "Hey Grim, terrible news about this prophecy I heard." Hey, did you hear what the prophet said?
I guess.
Hey. And like you know when people make those edits and it's like of a movie and the bank they're like, "Hey, can you come do this?" And the main character's like, "No." And then it's like roll credits.
Yeah. That's what this should have been.
Also, I can't believe they waited till the last page to mention the name Slam Book
Yeah,
Shut,
I
you
was like,
know?
wow, okay, roll credits.
Roll credits, perfect timing. Um and then she had to fucking jump in the portal with her.
Who did she jump in the portal with? I don't really remember.
Lark.
Lark! Oh, her ancestor. Her, like, great-great-grandma or something. Right?
Yeah, her like fourth removed cousin.
Okay,
I don't
perfect.
know. So,
Oh,
no,
right,
I mean
because
like yeah, like great great great
she
great
was
grandma.
creating, like, that army of, like, the soldiers who, like, can't be killed or something.
She was just doing that because she was trying to kill Isla Oro and Grimm
Uh-huh.
so that she could like bury them and use their power to like start a new world like they started Lightlark.
Okay.
Which because she was like, "I am God and y'all have all lost the plot and became too evil, so now we must start over."
Yeah, I mean...
She wants to play God.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, it just annoyed me because it was like, yeah, she just like is terrible at communicating. Like if she had just been like, "Hey Oro, help me figure out who ruined all the night bane, like help me figure out like where this portal is." Like if she just if teamwork was used,
Right.
this book would have been half as long.
I think it's hard to do teamwork with, like... Well, no, because, like, Twilight, they kind of had, like, a teamwork situation, even though, like, Jacob and
Well,
Edward
they hit the teamwork.
were like, we want the same, like, girl.
I'm not even saying that all three of them have to hit the teamwork. I'm saying she just needs to trust the people in her life. Like she doesn't. she doesn't even trust herself.
That's the problem, is she doesn't trust herself, so how are you going to trust others? You look really distraught.
I'm so mad about it. Also, her being like, I don't know if I'm going to take my mom's power. Bitch, immediately I need to know what's happening. Hey, you'd have to stop hunting down these prophets if you just know. Which, I mean, obviously knowing the future has its burden to bear, for sure. But, like, since you're not going to trust any mofos, just do something to your advantage. Mad.
No, yeah, it was
mad about it.
It was hard to get through at times. Because it felt like we were running in circles a little bit, because she was like, oh, Grimm really is the love of my life. And then she's like, I hate that guy. And then she's like, I'm trying not to think about Oro, and like, meh. You know, I don't get me wrong, I love a love triangle. Like, that's like, really is like one of my faves. But yeah, I think you're right. Like, we just need to like start trusting the people in our lives, and like, clearly Oro and Grimm both like would die for you. Use that to your advantage, Queen.
Thank you. Also, be messy with it. You should have kissed Oro in the cave.
That's what I'm saying! You should have kissed Oro in the cave.
I was like, and if we're gonna be here, be messy about it.
Do something.
Do something. Yeah. Also, I had one more thing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like authors think like if they throw too much at you, it's like too overwhelming, but it's like this book that like if you weren't gonna like this book could have been 300 pages. Like we could have sliced it down a bit. Because it, you know, I can't, and I'm sure it probably has already been announced, but there's definitely gonna be another book.
Yeah.
Homie left.
There's gonna be 2 new books. Yeah, there's gonna be 2.
Okay.
Deep
I'll
breath.
be there. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways. I don't know. It's so weird how much I really liked the first 2, and then this one I was like,
I think it's because she went into this one knowing I'm secretly not ending this series. I think that's why. So it's giving reckless.
Shackles.
Like, it's giving filler.
Ow. Oh.
Are you okay?
Just dropped that on my foot. Yeah. I'm great. Sorry, yeah, it's giving reckless. I thought that too.
Yeah. And so, like, it's good for what it was. Like, I didn't rate it low. Like, I gave it, like, a 4. No. Something like that.
I would say the quality of the writing and, like, kind of just, like, the plot was fine. It was good. It was fine. It was just, like, I was getting frustrated with, like, the character.
Right. When the fuck did this come out? November. Okay, I gave it a 4.6, and then I said, I think.
That goes crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Rachel, what did you read? That's literally all I spent the week doing.
So I've actually I've already read 2 books this year.
That's good. That's good. Don't be like me.
I read Training the Heart, which is a cowboy romance. And it's the sequel to Holding the Reins, which is the book that I got in Dallas at the bookstore. The one with the Dallas Stars hockey player. That's why I bought it. And it was pretty good. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's going to be like a little interconnected trilogy, very done and dusted, very Chestnut Springs. So I picked up the second one when it came out on literally the last day of the year.
Perfect.
Started reading that, and hey, it was good. My review was simply horny on Maine. Cause wow. Um it was like every other time that this like the couple in the book was together, it was like, you know, every time. I kid you not,
That's
every time.
crazy.
And that's okay. I'm not like opposed to that. It was just like, oh, and we're shocked that you're pregnant. We're shocked that
Well,
there's an accidental pregnancy trip.
oh, no way. Yeah. I think that's I think I need to read a classic book again because everything's getting to me. The fantasy, plot not plotting, enemies not enemying
Yeah.
enough. The cowboys were doing it a little too much. Sports and like rom-coms, no plot. Nothing's happening. I'm like I need to read Brave New World. I need to like reset my brain a little bit.
You can't read Brave New World. I'm gonna try again,
I
but like
it's a hard
that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never actually finished the book, but
one. Me
Brave New
neither.
World is a different level of smut. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
fair.
It's like,
I
oh my god, like
I actually can't believe they let us read that in high
yeah.
school.
I really love that like Mr. Ford, like Ford who made the car, is like their god. I think that's so funny.
And now we have Elon
Exactly.
Musk. I
Exactly.
what
Huh?
so
Um,
I don't
what else
know.
did I read?
Okay. I mean, was anything else stand out about the cowboy romance? No.
I mean, it was just like it was like grumpy oldest brother, and he hires a new horse trainer, and they like hit it off because she's like super like happy and like fun and sunshine and like yay, and he's like, I hate this
Yeah,
motherfucking family.
as the
As the
story
story goes,
goes.
and obviously she like gets him like out of his shell, and like they like train this horse together for the Kentucky Derby, and she like yeah, you've read it before, like you know,
It's been
yeah, and I
done.
will eat it up every time. Like I will enjoy. I will sit down and I will consume the entire thing in basically like 2 days. You know.
Yeah.
Um, I also read Hot House Flower, which is the
Yeah.
fifth book in the Addicted Calloway series. That one was good. That one was good. I Kiss the Sky is still my favorite. Just because I really
Mhm.
relate to Rose, and I really want my Connor. So, but this one, the Hot House Flower was really good. Like, I think you would really enjoy it. Like,
I read the plot and
even if you didn't know
I
anything
liked it.
about the like series, you do kind of have to know like the backstory of like her other two sisters, but like you could read it as a standalone, and I'll just like give you a brief like rundown, or you just ask me questions. But it is good. Like, I think you would really love the plot. That's another one where it's like,
Oh,
I don't care. I don't think like that. I will get into this until the day that I'm in the grave, and even in the grave, I will still be talking about this. There are times when smut is like, oh, okay, we're not really doing this for like plot development or like character development. We're doing it because like, oh well, something's got to happen in chapter 58. It's like,
oh,
no. I don't need it. Literally, the Cowboy Romance had an entire chapter where um, it started and they were like getting into the shower together. And I was like, well, sit down. I know where this is going. And that was the whole chapter. No plot development at all. But like
fantastic.
this book, like I think there are times when like it is beneficial to the development of the characters.
Yeah, I can see that. I understand
Um,
that.
I mean, sometimes it was like, oh my god, we're in a cornfield. I'm not kidding. And
I saw
you'd
great.
think that's in the cowboy romance. It's not.
No, no, wow. Oh, huh.
But it was good.
I saw this TikTok and this guy has like a motorcycle or whatever, and he was like trying to figure out how um like some book like position, and he's like, I'm trying to figure out the logistics of this. I'm gonna need someone to explain to
Mm-hmm.
me. And he was like, I don't get it, guys.
Yeah.
And that was probably the funniest thing I'd seen all week. Anyways,
Do you have any like? No, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of cowboy romance, did you see what's the last one, like Wrangled and
Wild and Wrangled. Yes.
yeah, she I don't know I don't know where she puts this information, but I saw it on Threads. Here,
Active Threads user.
they get me every time when I'm like scrolling on Instagram. I'm like, I do want to know what that photo is. Like they do the little preview, and I'm like, well, what the fuck are we talking
No.
about? So I click on it, and then I get stuck there for like 30 minutes. It's awful. But I typically learn something. Like last time, she said, "Do we know who it's about? Is it about
Yeah, it's
Camille?"
about Camille and Dusty. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was like, "I'm tying up threads. Like this one is not going to be like crazy or anything, but like we're just tying up loose ends that we've been talking about for 4 books." And I was like,
Okay.
"Okay, don't doubt yourself,
Yeah, it's
Queen.
gonna be great.
Make it good."
Yeah, come on.
Um, now I'm looking it up. Lila Sage. Okay, there aren't like big reveals or huge twists in my books, generally speaking, for the ones that exist right now. But there's a specific thread in Wild and Wrangled that I spent 4 books writing, 4 books waiting to tie off, and I can't wait for readers to get to it.
I guess there's been something like in the 3 books. Maybe I've missed it because I wasn't really thinking about it, or
Maybe she's just
but like I
sorry.
think she's been kind of hinting at this like Cam Dusty situation for 4 books. I
Yeah,
think
like I
that's
think
what
it's
it
just
is.
like the book's wrapping
I
up.
think
Like
she's just saying like, here's the last like couple to get together. I'm excited to wrap it up. Happy joy, everyone's great. Like I didn't need
yeah.
that update, Queen. I know.
Hey, your books have actually had no plot twist, dare I
Yeah,
say?
yeah. Like, what do you mean? A plot twist?
I mean, I guess she admitted that she's like, none of these books have plot twists. They didn't
They're
need
cowboy
to.
romances, babe. Like, what are you talking about?
I Anyways, I mean, yeah. I don't know when that's coming out this year, I guess.
Yeah, I think March. It feels March.
She was saying, maybe it was her, like one of the other popular authors that we've read who are like, they're like, where's Wrangled? Like, where's Wild and Wrangled? Like, where is it? Um, and she's like, do y'all understand how crazy it is for an author to release 4 books in 3 years? That shit's
Yeah,
insane. Stop asking.
it's not here.
And I feel like with book talk and like kind of like the book community's always been around, but I feel like it's been really more widespread in the last couple of years for some reason. Like the publishing industry is like, and I'm not reading the stats on this. I'm doing this based off of market research that I've conducted with my own 2
Mm-hmm.
eyeballs. Market research asterisk, not legal.
Asterisk. I am on social media. Like,
um, and it just seems that like I would assume the publishing industry has never been better. I would assume the
yeah,
publishing industry is like, we haven't seen these numbers since before iPhones.
yeah.
Um I keep seeing this joke circulating the internet, and it's like every girl I know is reading like she's trying to win a pizza party for her class, and every guy is like buying cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I am reading like I'm trying to get a pizza party.
Oh my god.
Um,
So yeah, I don't know what that's about, but anyways, I think we've just kind of like people have forgotten that you used to wait a long time for a book to come
yeah,
out. Like if it was in a series, like you'd be waiting a year and a half
yeah.
minimum till the next one, and like that wasn't even always guaranteed.
Like,
I mean, look at the Hunger Games. We had to wait like 17 years for the next one.
yeah, and we weren't even sure that like that was gonna happen. It just kind of did. Um, but like I'm thinking about Assistant to the Villain because it's sitting right here, but like it's going to be like a year. So we got the first one. We had to wait another August until the second one, and now we're having to wait until August again for the third one, which I feel like is a normal amount of time. It's pretty
Yeah,
fast, but like I would say normal.
I would say if you have a series you're continuing, a year between each one's pretty good because like at that point you've probably already mapped out the entirety of your plot for 3 books, so you make sure it
Right.
works, or at least like one, and then when you get the deal for 2 more, like you figure it out. So I feel like she probably like, I don't know, I would just like keep writing, and then my publisher would be like, you should cut it off here,
Yeah. Cut it
cut it
off.
off, and then like
Yeah.
finish it. Like I would assume that this third one like was almost done, if not done,
The
when
second
like
one came out.
Assistant came
I'm
out.
sure it was
Yeah,
like in editing,
yeah.
but
Um, but then like they also don't want to just be like, here's 3 books at once, because I think that would be like a little too much for
yeah.
everyone.
I feel like,
So I
speaking
don't
of waiting
know.
for books, I feel like I've been waiting 7 years for the next Heartless Hunter. I don't know why. I feel like I've been waiting for my
Yeah,
entire.
you read it almost like,
I read it in March.
yeah.
I read it almost a year ago, and the next one is coming out in February, I think, like end of February, which is like
Mm.
again almost a year later. But like I like I actually feel like I've been waiting for 7 centuries. Um,
When was this originally published?
actually, I'm not sure.
I'm doing research. I'm doing market
Oh, okay.
research.
Are you on Goodreads? Okay.
Yep. Oh, oh, okay. I guess it came out in February 2024.
Okay.
But is that when Heartless Hunter came out, or the Crimson Moth? Because I thought the Crimson Moth had like come out like honestly like 2 or 3 years ago, and then like they were like it got picked up by people, and they were like, write another one, and then a publisher was like,
No. So
okay.
okay. So Crimson Moth is what it's called in the UK.
I know, but then I thought like people got a hold of it and they like made a US release, and like that was released like after Crimson Moth was like originally made.
I don't know about that. I don't know. It just says February 20th.
But that might have just been,
Yeah, February 20th. It was published. So I read it
yeah.
like I know I finished it in March because it's in my March like wrap up. So like I probably started reading it end of February into March.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is coming out February 18th, which again, almost exactly a year later.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that spreadsheet of all the books. What is, because I was on Barnes and Noble's website the other day, because they're like the biggest releases like we've been waiting for in 2024, and like there was definitely like some things like Onyx Storm and like a couple things like that, but they didn't have like, it wasn't every book I'm looking forward to.
Okay, well I'll get on that. And I'll send it to you.
I guess I could just
I
look.
can send it to you because I like to know as well.
When's Allie
Oh my god, I
Hazelwood's
was literally
next book
just
coming
about to
out?
talk about that. It's on my calendar. February.
I need it
It's February
now.
8th, I think. Hold on, it's literally in my calendar like a psyche. Oh, sorry, the 4th of February. So just a few little weeks. And I wouldn't be shocked if I read that before I get to Onyx Storm. Also because I'm counting reading Deep End for my class. So I kind of got to read that one.
Okay.
So, but I'm real excited. Like, I don't know why.
I don't. Yeah, just
I don't think it's gonna hit like Love Theoretically. I'm just saying that now. It's not gonna hit like that. So don't just. I'm talking to myself. Don't expect it to hit like Love Theoretically. It's not going to. It's not supposed to. Just.
I just feel like, and to be fair, I haven't read as much Allie. I've read 3 Hallie Hazelwoods.
I'm
Like,
shocked
that's not
that
a
I've read
lot.
all of them. Well, she has like some like she has a collection
Haven't
of
you?
short stories that I've not read because I don't
No,
care.
no. That's okay.
I've
You've
read
read
all
all
the
of her.
ones. Um,
I think it's interesting to see how much she's grown and kind of
yeah,
changed as a writer. How it went from like the love hypothesis theoretically kind of like chess checkmate
hated
or
that one.
whatever over here, and then like now we're in like bride deep end, like not in love territory.
Yeah, and I like it because I really like Not in Love. And I'm hoping maybe this one will be kind of like that, like kind of
I'm hoping so too, but like a mix between love theoretically and like not in love,
yeah.
more academic because like they're obviously still in
I like
college.
that I like that she's tapping into like a sports romance, but it's not typical like he's like a hockey player and she's like just like a little girl. Like I like that it's very like it's competitive. Like I think it's a competitive swimmer and
Yeah.
a diver. Which is really interesting.
Yeah.
So I like that it's like they're both in sports. Like I really like that. Instead of just like, oh, she's like the new PR girl at the hockey team or whatever. Like, shut the fuck up.
She's someone's
Yeah, I don't
daughter.
want
Like,
that. Like, no, get them both. Like, I was talking to Lucy yesterday about she read this like I call it the bird book. It's the bird book. The like ornithologist
the ornithologist's guide, field guide to
yeah,
love.
so I was looking at that because she's releasing a new book in that little series. And it came across my desk.
As it does.
And God, it sounds so good. It's two like geographers. Like they make maps. Like they study geography, and I'm like, that's hot because it's very like Dramonie. Like I just like oh my God.
Maybe.
What?
I feel like like you're not gonna like the
Oh,
characters. I don't know
what do you
though.
mean by that?
Um,
In the bird one or in the map one?
just in general, I would say they're like pretty tame. Like the books. Like I feel like if anything in the geography one, like he's just gonna be blunt. But like not in a like hot way. Like he's just gonna be
Oh,
like blunt.
well,
I don't know. I'm definitely gonna read it, even though I didn't like the ornithologist one.
yeah, I wasn't gonna read that
And I
one just because
like
you were like, I didn't like it. But the geographer
yeah.
one, I something about it. I'm just like,
I don't think you need to have read the
you
first
don't need to.
one in that
But like
series.
they marry, like she gets married to like the other like geography professor. Like it's like a marriage of convenience situation. But like she's secretly in love with him. Like, are you kidding? If that's not Hermione, I don't know what is.
I mean, I'm gonna read it because I think it sounded better than the one I read.
Like they're in like a little Welsh
But I'm interested to
village.
see what you think
I'm
about
so
it.
excited.
When is that coming out?
It just says 2025. Okay, hold on.
That's like when I walked into the bookstore and I was like, "Did she write a new book?" And the person at the cash register was
Yes.
like, "Yes, it's sitting in front of you." And I was like, "I can see that. I just didn't realize."
The Geographer's Guide. No, Map to Romance.
Oh my god! Speaking of maps, I still need to
March
read like
20th.
Emily Wilde's like Map to the Other Lands.
That people say is like a Hermione situation because like she's.
Yeah, they're like fourth ones coming
But
out.
I didn't know there was like I didn't know there was a third.
Oh, I don't know. I just keep seeing that they keep releasing ones, but they all look the same. So like, I don't know what the difference is, and I'm like, why is there more
Yeah, I
books?
don't know. People just say that's very Hermione. He's also like, she's very Hermione in the way of like, I'm kind of a loner. I just kind of want to do my studies on the magical creatures. And you're kind of cramping my style. But he's like a hot blonde man who's like a professor, like in her same field.
And you didn't like it?
No. No, I'd rather pick up a Hermione. Like, I think it's because I don't like
That's
the
fair.
way it's written. I don't like the way that it's written in like journal entries. It sounds like it'd be a really good idea, but the way she writes is like a little too descriptive for me. Like, she's like,
The sky felt like buttered popcorn today.
what does that mean? What do you mean by that? Like, it's
Hello.
just, I don't know. Like, I don't like her. I think I don't like her writing style. I love her concept. I love your plot map. Tone it down on the descriptive language, okay?
You're wasting
Like,
everyone's
you're
time.
spending too much time on like thesaurus.gov. Like, come on. I don't
It's
know.
funny.
Oh my god. Speaking of like big words. So I'm taking a children's lit class this semester and I'm very excited because I get to read picture books. And I I found out that one of the weeks we have to read two, they're called board books. And so if you think of
Yeah,
something like Goodnight Moon, that's
it's a
that's
bore.
that's part of our required reading is reading like baby books for toddlers, and I'm so excited because sometimes that's just my reading level. I found this one and it was like about a beluga whale, and I was like, I have to read that.
Love
Like,
it.
what if I put that on my Goodreads? I think that'd be really funny.
Um, I saw some posts the other
Mm-hmm.
day about people like posting their like Goodreads Wrapped or whatever, or like talking about their like reading
Uh-huh.
Wrapped, and they were like, "I read 400 books this year," and some lady was like, "I don't. I. Why are we lying? Like, you can't physically do that. Like, you'd have to read." She did the math or something, and it was like 1.5 books a day, a day. And
They're reading
people
toddler
were
books.
like, no, and people in the comments were like, either they're listening to audiobooks, and she's like, even then, like, you would have to be
Yeah.
constantly, constantly listening to audiobooks. Um, and like a bunch of people were like, they're probably counting like
Yeah,
kids'
kids, they're,
books that they've read to
yes.
their
I would like
kids.
to make a statement that I know I'm going to be reading these books for my class, like the children's books. I will not be personally counting them in my Goodreads and my reading Wrapped because, like, these books are 10 pages and they have maybe 4 words on a
Yeah.
page. Like, they're for kids. It's a picture book. Like, I'm going to enjoy, um, but, like, it's not something that I
That's so
need to
silly.
count,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't know. Or people were lying.
Also, do you want to know
I
what I
don't.
found shocking? Not to out anyone, but like when we were doing like our icebreaker games, like in class, people were always asking like, "Oh, how many books did everyone read like in 2024, whatever?" And people were shocked when I said 106. Are we not in library school? Do you guys like? And everyone enjoys reading. I think like
I feel like at least you would read 20 books last semester for your class alone.
people were
Like,
averaging like 45, 50.
it's because they're not counting
It's
Dramonie.
because they're not counting Dramonie. Like, no, I don't know what that. I only read, and some of the Dramonie I've read is really short. It's like literally 2 chapters. Like, it's a novella. Um,
Mm.
and sometimes they're good. Um, I don't know what it is. I think like I am a reader. Like, I am here in this program because I love to read. Because like reading is my hobby, and it's a way that I can make that hobby a job. You know?
Yeah. I wonder if they're not counting books for class or if they're like. I know when I was in college, like, I didn't like read as much because I didn't have time. Or like if I was just reading like technical things or
Yeah.
something, I was like, well, I don't want to read more. I just spent an hour reading a fucking article. I don't want to do it anymore. Even if it's something I enjoy. Like I'm over it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
But then again, you're right. Like we're nerds. We're
don't
here to
you like
read. Why
yeah,
aren't you
don't you love
reading?
this? Like don't you not and it's not that they don't and obviously like everyone is at their own pace when it comes to reading. Like I don't know how fast these people read or like, you know, maybe they're a slower reader or maybe they do audiobooks and it takes them longer to, you know, consume that content. Or yeah, maybe their like classes are a lot more like textbook or like professional readings. But I don't know. Some I will make time to consume like a novel that I'm interested in, and if I can make that work for class, you bet your ass I'm reading Allie Hazelwood. This will be the second time I've read Allie Hazelwood for a class. God, like I cannot believe I
Perfect.
started last year by saying I'm never gonna read Allie Hazelwood. I'm never gonna read contemporary romance.
Look at
Look
us
at me.
now.
Like I'm shaking in my corner, like I'm rocking back and forth. Um, yeah. Mm.
Mm. You know, unrelated to books at
That's
the
okay.
moment, since I have not been partaking, I have to read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo before
Nope.
next week. Woo! Except I might not be able to go to book club. I might have double booked myself. Oops.
That's okay.
Anyways, um oh, okay, Baby Girl.
Okay.
I heard someone else talking about it the other day, like on a podcast, and they were like, it was so funny. And I was like, what? And they were like, it was so funny. It was like this stupid Gen Z 23-year-old, like walking around and being like, stand in the corner.
But like
And you know what? That was funny. He was
I don't
right.
know. I like okay. I'll stand in the corner. Like I think he's so hot.
No, I just feel like if you watched it, you'd be like, I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
I'm so excited. I was gonna go see it in theaters, but like Lucy told me she's like, just wait for the streaming services. Like
It's not worth your
I don't know.
$10,
I got that song stuck in my head.
$12. How much are movie tickets
Well,
these
the
days?
theater that I go to, they do student tickets for $11, so maybe it would be worth $11 because then I could get like my $11 ticket. I could watch Harris Dickinson. I could eat my little popcorn and have my little raspberry lemon drop. Like
Yeah.
oh my god!
Okay.
But I can't get anywhere because there's
Okay.
snow and ice on the ground.
It's sunny today. I've been stuck in my house for well, that's not true. I went out last night, but it's been snowing and icy for 2 days. Today it's sunny. Yay.
I will be the father figure. I got the song stuck in my head. It's a good song.
Yeah, no, I think the song's great because, it wasn't made for the
No,
movie.
it's just a banger on its own.
Yeah.
Rip George Michael. Why'd you have to die?
He had places to be. He had people to
Yeah.
entertain.
You know who I was thinking about the other day?
Um,
Speaking of people to entertain, I was thinking about Elvis the other day. I don't know.
why?
I think it's because
Okay.
we were talking about Austin Butler.
Yeah.
And then I saw this video of this girl, like, my favorite things that I saw at Graceland. Like, I always get those videos of people, like, showing their favorite things that they saw, like, at his house. And I'm just like, it kind of really creeps me out. It's really cool. It's fascinating. But it's like, oh my god, he was in this room. Like he's in the room
I always
with
think that's
us.
weird.
You know? Like it's
Yeah.
not a joke. Also do y'all see my little
I always
Kronks?
think that's so strange. Oh,
Kronk.
hello.
I got my angel.
Why are they on different
Oh,
shelves?
because I wanted the devil Kronk with all the red books. I could put them together, it's fine.
That's fair.
Okay.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know, I just thought they would, I don't know, I thought they would be
No,
next to
they
each
can be
other,
next
but
to each other.
they don't have to be.
They're in timeout.
They're fighting. They're not on speaking
No.
terms at the moment. Oh my gosh. Well, that's really all I have because I did not do good this week.
There's no such thing as good and bad when it comes to reading. Like I've said,
That's so
it
true.
doesn't have to be. I was just kind of shocked when I heard that, like, people weren't, you know, maxing their, like, reading numbers. Because it's like, especially because, like, in 2024, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm old. Like, everyone else, like, was still in undergrad when I was working and reading and consuming.
Yeah.
So, like, everyone was doing their last semester of, like, of undergrad, like, you know, trying to graduate.
Oh,
And so I was,
yeah.
like, sitting there at the library, like, just ripping through content. So I get it. But, like, get your money up. You're in a library science program, get your money up. Sorry, no hate. Loving all my homies.
That's really funny. No, I just, like, I had the past couple of days off before I, like, the first week of the year or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was like, I'm just going to sit and read. But instead I, like, ran a bunch of errands and was, like, doing shit. I was like, what am I doing? I should have scheduled 3 days to not speak to anyone.
That was me the other day. I was like, I'm going to do all this, like, prep work and stuff. I sat on TikTok.
Yeah. For some reason, I had like 3 days off and I was like, I don't want to touch a book. I want to stare. I broke my like 30-day reading streak because I was like, I just want to sit on my phone. Help me. Although I did watch a lot of movies.
That's good. That's content.
So I was consuming media. Don't worry, guys.
Worry. There's always media being consumed.
Always consuming media. Well, slow week. Oh well.
We'll get back to you next time. Maybe I'll have finished. I don't know. If anyone wanted to know, I've done the unthinkable. And I started reading Throne of Glass. Oh no!
Oh.
We're getting there. We're gonna become a Sarah J. Maas adult. I don't know. It's kind of good. It's literally, I read a little bit more this morning before we hopped on. So I'm at chapter like 4 now. I know where Lauren Roberts got the plot of Powerless. It's in this book because I was telling you originally, like, there's going to be a love triangle, clearly. We've already met them. It's like the prince and then like the head enforcer guard guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Prince wants lowly little slave peasant girl, assassin lady, to be his champion in the tournament. Like his tribute. Yeah. And I'm probably, I fear I'm going to eat it up. And also guess where the trials take place. The Glass Castle. The Throne of Glass.
No way.
Honestly, all the people listening who have like already consumed Throne of Glass like 4 times over are like,
yeah, and send me those PDFs.
I will. Sorry, I sounded like I wasn't going to, but I will.
No. And if you're gonna hop on the train, I'm having to jump off the bridge too. Okay, don't even worry.
I don't know. I think it'll be fine. Oh, that's what I should have looked at yesterday. When I was at Barnes & Noble, I should have looked at the physical copies. Because it's great to have them on my Kindle, because like I can really like speed through them. But like also, if I do end up liking the series, like it is like the covers are gorgeous, like, you know, and they look really nice all together. But it's like, I might read the first one on my Kindle and then figure out like, am I really going to dive in to this and like commit to this like 8-book series plus a prequel? But I would read the prequel after everything, because that's what, like, I think it came out like,
okay.
But I love that. Like, that's why I loved Ballad of Songbirds, because I love the prequel after the fact.
I've been wanting to like reread some stuff a little bit, being like, oh, I feel like I should, like, you know, I don't have time to reread Iron Flame before Onyx Storm. There's no time. That book's too
So
big.
you know what I did? So I didn't do this. I found out that one of my roommates was reading Fourth Wing because I saw it on her desk in her room, and I was like,
yes.
"Are you reading that?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's really good. Like, I'm almost done with it." And I was like, "Oh, well, do you want to read the second one?" And she's like, "Yeah, I mean, I would. Like, I want to continue the series." And I was like, I have it." And she's like, "Oh, could I borrow it?" And I was like, I fuel reading addictions onto people. Like, yes. And so you know what I did? Read the last page of Iron Flame, and I was like, and I'm there. I know exactly.
I think I'm just gonna find a YouTube explainer video. Like, I know some book release, like, Onyx Storm's coming out. Here you go.
Yeah, honestly, I might watch one of those too. I just know that Zaddy is one of the turtle people.
I do know that. Yeah, that sucks.
It sucks for Zaddy.
Anyways, and then it's like I kind of want to reread Assistant and Apprentice.
Yeah.
And then when the next one comes out, like, I don't know, but then I'm like staring at all this, and that's really scary.
Speaking of rereads, so I made like a little like goals sheet of like my reading goals of like what I would like to accomplish, and one of my reading goals is to reread Vicious. And I was like, oh, I don't know.
Have you read the second one?
No, I don't care. It's not really about Victor. And I was like, I don't know when I'm going to have time to reread this. Like, I'm going to have to read for class, and like there's like new books coming out. Like, when am I going to reread this? And that is a book that's like, to me, it's not like a quick like, oh, I'm going to reread like Love Theoretically. I'm going to just plow through it. There's some thought behind it and some science, like.
Yeah.
But then I found out that like one of the genres that we have to read for my genre class is science fiction. And I was like, it's science fiction. So I'm going to read it, and then I get to talk about how much I tell my class, hey, so I actually picked this book up solely because of a fan art that I saw of the main character.
I think if you're in a group discussion, sure. I think if you're presenting to the class, unless you want to be like, isn't it interesting how art fuels consumption?
Yeah, I'm not presenting on sci-fi, so I hope not, because so we had to choose like our genres that we wanted to present on, and I don't know if we were supposed to do this before class or after, but people started putting, I gotta go because I want romance. I would like to present on romance. I was thinking fantasy, but I'm thinking I could talk about fantasy romance in romance.
Definitely bring it up.
Well, we can talk about different like sub genres.
Yeah, how it's really expanded.
Because to me, like, fantasy romance is not about the fantasy. It is about the romance. To me, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited to hang out with Victor again.
Yeah. I wish I was like Heather and my job was read. Except I'm pretty sure she has a job.
I think she does too. Heather, let us know.
And then I'm like, she talks about going to like book clubs and having friends, but I'm like, how do you find time to make content and to do this and give me your schedule?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe I'm not prioritizing things.
I think that's why we just all have to get jobs in libraries.
First mistake. Yeah. Anyways, hopefully I read like 3 books this week.
I'm excited to hear what you get up to. Do you have any like one that you really want to like read? Like that's like kind of drawing you in right now?
I've really been eyeing Red Queen, but part of me is like, I shouldn't read that when I have like 3 other series I need to finish that are like up here. Like I have like more of the Hawthorne brothers that I need to finish. I could finish Carval. And I'm like, I should, but I'm like, I really want to read Red Queen, but then I'm going to be like in it. I'm going to be in the, like, oh no.
I think you should prioritize like mood reading. Like if that sounds good to you, that is what's going to work for you.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit through something that could be like a really great book and then you're kind of just like slogging through it because you don't care at the time.
And I think that's what Skyshade was for me, but like because it took me 2 months and I was like, okay, I finally should like finish this. But then I didn't really enjoy it because I was like, I just didn't
Yeah.
care. I don't know why. So also now I gotta reorganize my bookshelf so I can fit it up there, and maybe I need another bookshelf. I don't know. Well, actually, I've been thinking about reorganizing it because I don't like the way things are set.
I thought about doing that yesterday too, and then I was like, because I kind of fixed this shelf because it was originally just Vicious, Phantasma, Dagger in the Flame, because I was like, oh, they're all black and red. They all look really pretty together. But Vicious does not stay up on its own, like facing out like this, because it's like not as thick. So then I put Bride here because I was like, that's black and red. And then I was like, oh, it's like Apprentice would look good. But then I was like, I have to keep Assistant. It's
That's kind of how mine is. It's like Bride and Apprentice are next to each other, and then Assistant's on the other side of it. So, and then it goes into like my other like colorful fantasy books. It's like black to red to like colors.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to keep the colors together, but also like the series. I don't know. Like everything's kind of backwards. Like I have like an Elsie Silver book that's not next to the other Elsie Silver books because like it looks better next to Lost and Lassoed.
Perfect.
I don't know. Stupid. Well, chat if you have any ideas. Let us know.
If you have any interior design tips, let us know.